Well, hello there, Abby. It is Friday. So, oh, that bounced. You said in your last video, the kind of plot, whatever, moral or whatever you said of Paper Towns, is that people are just people. And I wrote it down. You said people are just people. And that even though they should be understood complexly, they also shouldn't be imagined as more than just people. You then also said people are just people. Whether you are idolizing someone or detesting someone, when it comes down to it, they are just another person, just like you, and treat them as such. And while their actions might be rewardable or their actions might be deplorable, when it comes down to it, they are just another human being. You and I have this conversation all the time about idolizing people and the dangers of idolizing people. You know, we think it's great to idolize someone, and you know, that's a great thing to have idols and to appreciate what someone does and to look up to them. What comes down to it is that there's a certain point where it crosses a line and where you're idolizing is what I would kind of not be okay. What exactly do you mean there, Stevie? Okay, so here's a great example. Oh, my closet's open. All right, so here's an example. At LeakyCon, I stayed in the Hilton, which was the Stars Hotel. It was the main hotel where all the stars and everything stayed. Needless to say, they were coming in and out of the lobby, which we would use to hang out, because why not? You know, it's an easy place for all of us to sit down and hang out besides in our rooms, which was awkward with beds and it was easy to sit on a couch and talk than it is to sit on a bed and talk. So we chose to sit in the lobby. Well, there was one time where Devin Murray, who plays Seamus, I might have actually mentioned this in the LeakyCon vlogs, he actually came down a whole lot to take a smoke. If you don't know, he smokes. So he would come down all the time to go out in the lobby. And multiple times, you know, we saw him getting stopped while he was having a smoking break. People saying, I want you to take a picture, can you take a picture, sort of deal. You know, you see that famous person, you're like, I need a picture now. I don't care what's going on with their life because they are not another human being. They are something more, you know, you kind of get this in your head of this idea that this person is more than a human being. And to get a picture with this human being would be more important than having their alone time, you know? It was either later that night or the next day, he was leaving the lobby and it was night time and everyone was in the lobby, whether or not they went to our hotel or not. So whether or not they were staying in our hotel, people from other hotels were coming to our hotel to sit in our lobby for the sole purpose to wait for a famous person. I kid you not. So he came down to take a smoking break and there was a line of people to get pictures with him. Like, it was ridiculously long. And I was like, serious? Like, hold on. Just like one second. Smoking, as bad as it is an addiction. And it is something that your body craves. And so there's these line of girls. I'm like, can we not wait until he at least comes back in? Like, this is something that his body is kind of craving right now. If you crave chocolate, you go and get chocolate. You don't wait around. No. If I'm craving chocolate and someone stands in my way, I'm plowing that bitch over. So he had this longest line, and the line was so long that I went up to my room, grabbed a mustache, and came back down. There was still a line. Devin Murray is a person. He has wants, he has needs, and he probably felt really uncomfortable. Do you think that anyone took into consideration how uncomfortable he was? Probably not. I mean, could this be because this person is selfish? Maybe. Could it be because they're not thinking of the bigger picture of this is someone's really important? Probably not. That's probably not what they were thinking. They were thinking, this person is famous and I need their picture. And I have that issue too with paparazzi photos. I don't appreciate that at all. It makes me uncomfortable to look at pictures taken by paparazzi. It makes me really uncomfortable. It's one of those examples of someone being, you know, just put up on a pedestal. They're just people. They might have a special talent that makes their abilities better than mine. I cannot sing like Harry Styles. I cannot sing. We're just gonna set it down. I cannot sing. That is the only difference. Well, this was a bad example. I was gonna compare myself to Harry Styles, but let's face it, he's a male and British. He's a human and I'm a human. We are both humans. There's no paparazzi outside of my door. You know, what determines whether a person's famous or not? It's our decision of whether a person is famous or not. It is how we view them and how we put them on our pedestal. Basically, we put the reason famous people are famous because we put them on a pedestal. Now, I'm not saying that's anything wrong with that. That's great, and people deserve, you know, to be rewarded for things they're good at. Like, that's great and awesome. But you know, you can take it a step too far when you begin to stalk them. It's crazy. Like, if you were to go through and look at a famous person, they tweet something, and like look at the replies that they've gotten, almost all of them say follow me, date me, have sex with me, dump your girlfriend and date me, dump your boyfriend and date me. Like, it's all stuff concerning them. And even you and I get caught up in this every now and then at LeakyCon. But I do know that, I regret the way I acted. I 110% regret the way I acted. I don't like making other people uncomfortable. When I make other people uncomfortable, that in turn makes me uncomfortable, and I feel really bad about it. Because when it comes down to it, they're just people. No matter what, these people you're idolizing are just people. So don't stalk them. Don't stay outside their door like people were doing at Playlist. Just take a step back, relax. They're just people. And I know it's hard to realize this, and I wish it wasn't a hard concept. I wish it was something that everyone kind of understood and realized that these people have thoughts and feelings and emotions, and they probably feel uncomfortable with all this. They're just doing what they loved. They didn't ask to be famous. Some of them probably did, but did they ask for the paparazzi and the loss of privacy? That's not something they should, that's not something that comes with it. That's something that we created that comes with it. That a loss of privacy shouldn't come with any job. But because of the way we idolize people, that's what's happened. When you become famous, you lose your privacy. I feel like we all need to take a step back and just realize that everyone is human. I just wish that we all could see them as people and not something larger than that. They aren't some larger than life thing. They're just people. And I think that's important to remember.